Let's talk about the law of attraction and how the subconscious works and your own energetic frequency within your body, within your mind, and within your emotions, and yes, within the subconscious are playing into your manifestation and law of attraction capabilities. Now, I recorded a video recently on the law of attraction, manifestation, and why maybe your efforts aren't working. So I will recommend watching that if you are working really hard, if you've been practicing law of attraction, manifestation, and nothing is working, then definitely go check that video because I offer some advice on maybe some of the roadblocks that you might be facing or some of the challenges that might need to be addressed for you to overcome for you to attract the life that you want. And first of all, this is really important that if you feel like nothing is changing, things are always changing. Our life is in constant flux and in constant movement. There's always something changing, guaranteed, either within your body, within your energetic makeup, within your mind, within your emotions, within your soul, within the environment. Things are always moving and shifting. And if you are wanting a certain life, if you are wanting a certain outcome, the energy is lining you up with it. And a lot of it also happens in the unseen. And also too, we might have our own specific path in life that we need to go through, that we need to allow for growth and everything that we're meant to experience. We are meant to experience. And so it's really important, first of all, to let go of the pressure of things not working the way that we're expecting or that we're wanting. And when we let go of that, then we open up for greater energy flow. Now remember, law of attraction, everything is energy. You are energy. Your body, your mind, your emotions are sending off frequencies into the universe all the time. And I mentioned this before in other videos, not to get paranoid if your energy is not at that high vibrational frequency. It's hard to maintain it. You know, we go through life, we go through challenges, we have our shadow self, our shadow aspects, our challenges that we need to overcome internally and externally. So it's important to understand that this is not about perfection. This is an experience, and it allows us to heal throughout the process. It allows us to understand our subconscious more and our mindset more so that we can let our old energy go and create a life that is in alignment with our true desires and our true calling in life, our destiny, if you will. So the law of attraction, of course, is based on the principle of quantum physics that everything is energy and we're constantly in the flow of energy, and we can block energy and we can suppress energy or dim our energy by being in a lower frequency. And that usually comes in with struggle, with feeling low, depression, a lot of the stories that come in within our mind. And this is really important to remember that those stories that are within the mind come from old belief systems. They come from old unresolved wounds, traumas that can come from past life, a lot of it from this life. But the more conscious and aware that you are of your mind, of what is being thought of, maybe even stories that are ruminating within the mind, or even how you're speaking into the universe, that is going to send you some very strong answers and signals as far as maybe what might need to be changed or what might need to be released. For example, I hate my life. Why isn't this working? Nothing is working. I'm not getting where I wanted. I'm not getting what I wanted. Nothing is changing. Those are all false limiting beliefs, meaning that they are not real. They're part of the mind. Right? So they're stories that come from our subconscious belief system, from our from viewing society, from our family, maybe from our traumas or wounds. They're not real. And that's the biggest one. That's the biggest one to overcome, is the mindset, and realizing that what we are thinking, what we are saying, the negative and limiting mindset beliefs are what we're saying into the universe, what we're saying to ourselves, even if it triggers anger or sadness or frustration. Be very aware of that. And there's nothing wrong with feeling those things, because sometimes too, they do need to come to the surface for us to face. And once we face them, then we have the decision to let it go. But our ego will hold on to it. Our old conditioning will hold on to it because it's been comfortable for us, because it's been comfortable living in that energy or living in that false reality. But it's all about chipping away at it and chipping away and chipping away until we start to develop a greater understanding of our ability to align with the higher frequency with confidence and trust through surrender and creation. And by creation, it is very much of feeling your way into your future based on your higher guidance and based on different senses that you have within yourself that you may not be used to working with. Because again, and I mentioned this before, we're not used to working this way. We're used to working this way. But this way, our analytical mind is good for certain things, but not good for this bigger ability that we all have to create something more, something greater. And know that things are always changing. No two situations are exactly alike. But if we choose to see it that way, that's our old programming putting us back into the same situation. But if we let go and look at all the changes that are happening within ourselves, then we're opening up for more learning and more growth and a greater ability to create. And our subconscious plays a huge role in it. All right. So everything comes from our emotions, our thoughts, our limiting emotions, our limiting thoughts come from our subconscious. Again, buried traumas and wounds and belief systems that we have within ourselves. And this is where we're at. We're breaking through an old paradigm, and it is learning as we go along. Okay, so we can't put too much pressure on ourselves. And I know it's difficult if we're in a place of struggle and lack and uncertainty. Try to let it go. And the more pressure that we put on ourselves, we're preventing the ability to create and receive. And the receiving aspect is also very important. The universe is all about giving and receiving. It's constant flux, it's constant creation. So you can also maybe look into how comfortable are you receiving? Are you open to receive? Be open to receive. Be open to create. And this is a learning journey as we go along. There is no perfect answer. You have to experience it for yourself. You're on your own timeline. You have your own experiences. Do not compare to anyone, please, ever. I know there's a lot of content out here as in YouTube or in the online space around manifesting fast and people who've manifested overnight. And that's great. And maybe at some point you will get there. No, not maybe. At some point you will get there. But you're on a different journey. I'm on a different journey, right? So it's sometimes difficult to watch some of these quick tips and these quick turnaround stories when we're on our own path. You know, some of us might need to heal first. Some of us might need to experience something else before we align with what we want. And it is possible. Never give up, because this is a journey. I've been on it myself, and it has been a long journey, let me tell you. But I know because of the work that I've done, it is happening faster and faster, and things are becoming closer and better every moment as I move along. And the biggest aspect and the biggest part to focus on was this, the mindset, the ego. My ego was hugely strong. It was relentless and would hold on to negativity and suffering and limiting beliefs. But it took a lot of strength and a lot of courage to focus on not falling into it anymore. And as soon as you make that decision, nope, I'm not going to go into the struggle. I'm not going to feel into the suffering. I'm not going to fall into the negativity. I'm not going to succumb to that energy. And focus on the constructive energy, positivity, gratitude, enjoyment, fulfillment, taking life in, looking at life in many different ways, many different dimensions. Again, life is not just about one thing. It's not just about a job. It's not about living life a certain way. There are so many things to experience in our lifetime, and we're doing a disservice to ourselves if we're only focusing on one thing. It's all connected. Body, mind, soul, emotions, psyche, right? I hope that offered you some guidance and a bit of a pep talk during your manifestation and creation journey. And if you need any other additional guidance, please feel free to contact me anytime. I'm wishing you all the best, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.